Time to take our monthly look at the rural property market. Joining us is GM for PGG Wrightson Rural Real Estate, Peter Newbold, who's got a couple of hats on today. He's on his way through to Mount Aspiring, Alphaburn, Clutha calf sales, through Wanaka there as well. So he is here, there and everywhere. Peter, how are you coping with the dual roles? Good afternoon.
Yeah, good afternoon. Look, it's really good, and both businesses complement each other well. So look, I really enjoy it, and I must admit the livestock side, you get out and meet the people a lot, and that's one of the unique things about the rural environment we work in. So yeah, looking forward to the day. It'll be a good day.
Yeah, it will be indeed. Look, how are the autumn listings going in the rural property side of things?
Yeah, really good actually. We're sort of clearing them out well. There's still a lot of interest. I think we'll see them dry up pretty quickly. But there's still a lot of interest out there, especially in the sheep and beef and grazing properties. But as you know, we're getting closer to winter, so we'll see things slow down pretty shortly.
Yeah, indeed. And I guess those grazing properties do look really attractive at this time of the year if you are trying to secure some grazing over winter and not having much luck. Sometimes purchasing your own property, if you can find one, gives you a bit of long-term security.
Yeah, and we're seeing quite a bit of interest now from the dairy side. Those farmers wanting to, I guess, protect themselves long-term. So we're seeing them back in the marketplace. And so that's putting a bit of pressure on supply. But definitely there's a lot of interest in that sector.
What about the dairy sector, dairy properties with a wider lens? How are the farms looking?
Yeah, really good. This year's it's been solid. Probably we thought there might have been a little bit more activity. But I think with the payout at the moment, people are just banking that, which is probably the way to go. We sense, though, there's going to be a little bit more movement this spring as people move forward. I think the other thing you got to look at with the dairy as well, you're talking at some big values. So, it's a small buyer pool. But, yeah, we think it's going to continue to grow, and I think we'll see a really good spring. That's the indication we're getting from the field at the moment.
What about lifestyle properties? I'm stuck in town. I would give anything to be able to live on a lifestyle property. It's a good, happy medium between still being close to town, but actually having a bit of space and not having neighbours breathing down your neck. And it's a good, I guess, also happy medium if you have been farming and you're trying to adjust to a bit of a town life.
Yeah, look, I think provincial New Zealand, lifestyle within provincial New Zealand, and residential for that matter, I think is going to stay really strong. It'll be slightly different maybe in some of those areas that are closer to those large metropolitan areas, but because rural is in such good shape, sheep and beef, dairy, horticulture, all going along well, those communities are prospering. And so, look, there's still a lot of interest. There's a lot of people wanting to move to those provincial towns. And so I think that'll continue. So I guess the challenge moving forward will be stock and availability of, but I think it's still going to stay strong, and that's off the back of a very strong rural market.
We are coming towards the end of a dairy season, and I guess most people will have already had their plans for next season locked in, but there will be some who are starting to think maybe this coming season will be our last season. Succession planning is a huge topic, no matter what the season, I guess, though, for rural New Zealand. What kind of conversations are you having around this with people not knowing quite what to do with the family farm?
Yeah, look, I think it's actually growing in momentum. I've often talked about it before, but we're seeing more signs of people thinking about how we move on. When you look at the values of these properties, there's lots of challenges there. So, yeah, succession and retirement is a big topic, and, a lot of them need advice. That's probably the first thing. But I think as you look at the age of, the New Zealand rural scene, we're going to see more of it. And it's a complicated piece. So, what we're seeing, and I'm getting calls myself about, how we go about it and what we should be doing. So I think you're going to see more of that over the next, 1 to 2 years.
Just finally, Peter, very quickly, you and Jamie Mackay have spoken about kiwifruit orchards and the money being paid for those recently. Have we seen any more big sales?
We've just seen a couple conclude, but now that season has sort of come to an end. Interestingly, though, we've already got a number, on the books for the spring. Again, that's just an industry which, everything seems so positive in that at the moment. So, look, I think we'll see sales continue on into next year. Whether we'll see the same volumes, who knows? But look, it's a fantastic sector, and I can't see things changing in that.
Peter Newbold, GM for PGG Wrightson Rural Property. Thank you so much for your time today. I know you are on the livestock side of things for the rest of the day. Enjoy travelling around and chatting to farmers out there.
Yes, thanks very much, Rowena. Have a good day.